they said it could be thunderstorms, showers and thunderstorms, 8 o'clock in the morning. Yep, we got it. Well, I don't have to worry about running the Harrogator today. Rain delay. I'd say about what I see out in my driveway that was running a popcorn park. We got a ½ inch already. Oh well. Maybe I'll work in the barn today. Well, see you next time, guys. Well, hi guys. It is Wednesday, the 22nd of May. Got the 1850 put back in the barn. 770s over there, skid steer. We're supposed to get a bunch of rain tonight and next several days. So I decided, well, this morning I woke up to thunderstorms. And we actually got about a ½ inch. Maybe a little bit less, but about that. And I got up here and decided I'm going to try to harrogate that across the road. That way, rain will beat it down, it'll be nice and mellow. So that's what I did. Of course now, if you remember right, I said I had a blown tire on the Harrogator. So I had to schlep my butt back to the woods to get one off of that international disc that was sitting back there that was good, and a mate to the one I had on the drill. So it really wasn't any big deal, just took time. And it has been ungodly hot. I shouldn't say ungodly hot, it was 84 degrees today and humid, and that's going to set us up for rain tonight. So yay. I tried unsuccessfully 4 different times to take video over there working, and we're getting some wind gusts that are just unreal, to the point of it's strong enough to blow the camera over on the tripod. And when the camera hits the ground, it jars it, it loses its memory. So the 4 times I had tried taking some video, there's nothing on the camera from it. So I just finally got to the point of, screw it, let's get it done. You know, let's just get, you know, 1850 with this front end, I love it. It's hard to describe to you guys the difference I feel going from that narrow front to the wide front with these tires on it. But man, does it make a difference. Some of you guys might know that have run tractors with steel wheels, a narrow front with steel wheels. That's basically what this thing was. Because with those tires on it, it didn't give any. You just bob, 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 bob. Best way to describe it is going crossways across ground that's been field cultivated and you got those nice ripples. Yeah. I think it's on a tractor this size. Just my personal thing, I guess you could say. But from what I see and can tell a difference in, I like this a lot better. Well, the next couple of days, being it's going to be wet, is going to allow me to get that piece put back in here behind the grill. It goes down there. I'll get the grill screen put back in. I'll get the side panels on. Get everything buttoned back up. And maybe before I do that, I'll pop the hood up, pop this weight off, and maybe paint the grill at least. Yeah, that's looking a little so I got the time, might as well do it now. Mainly today was get that ground I had field cultivated to kill the weeds, the grass, kill everything off. It's more weed control than anything else. You know, I didn't have to work it. You know, run a pass over with the harrogator or the field cultivator, and I didn't have to harrogate it. I could have waited, but in my experience in this ground, that's the best thing you can do. If you can work it down and it gets a rain on it, it'll dry out better. If it's flat, you leave, you know, humps, it don't dry so good. So yeah. But as far as the tractor goes, I'm digging it. Some people say the tire size is too small. I should have went with bigger tires on the front. That's all she needs. 3 rib versus 4 rib, it's a personal preference kind of thing. If you're doing hay, 4 rib's much better because 3 rib tends to cut, you know, when you turn hard, whereas a 4 rib can kind of slide over it, you know what I mean? But tomorrow, one of the other things I got to do is take the muffler off and put some welds on it, because tree limb grabbed a hold of my rain cap and just about pulled it out down here in the coupling. So I got to fix that tomorrow. So once it's cooled off tomorrow, you know, the engine, where I can get a hold of the muffler, we'll be doing that. I may even give it a new paint job too, if I got any paint. And see what else I get into. So guys, it may only be Wednesday, but I'm kind of figuring, as far as field work or outside work, next couple of days, well, through the weekend, is pretty much shot. So that's why I got this in here, so I can tinker. Who knows, I might even take the front tires off of it and run them up to the car wash and blast them, because they are oil soaked and dust caked like you wouldn't believe. Probably a 1/4 inch thick. Yeah. But works for me. Oh yeah, I did get the had to call them this morning, because apparently they needed the number off of that one to make sure I got the right one for over here. And wire wheeled it off, and I'm still not exactly sure on the numbers, because 1654 and it looks like 44A. So I hope that's what that is, because I really can't read it. I tried the paint trick and running a little file over it to rough the high spots off. That didn't work. Checked all this and nothing's leaking, so I'm very happy with that. So maybe we're starting to bring this old girl around now. Sometime shortly, I'm probably going to send the injector pump I had rebuilt off to somebody to have them go over it. I mean, I'm tired of it. I spent enough money to have that fixed and rebuilt, and it's just not right. I don't know what it is. Well, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It's the timing of the pump. In the Oliver books, okay, this pump is supposed to be at 27 degrees before top dead center is where the pump is supposed to be timed to. Well, the guy that rebuilt it worked for Massey Ferguson. And, of course, Massey used the 354 too in their tractors. And he said, no, they're set at 0 top dead center. And that's the way he timed this pump. Or, I should say, the rebuilt pump. Because this is the only diesel I have ever seen in my life with that rebuilt pump on that you can loosen the 3 bolts on the base, turn it either way, and it doesn't make a damn bit of difference in the way it runs. At all. So that tells me the pump's out of time. Now, this one, I can loosen them 3 bolts up and you turn it a little bit and it'll make a big difference. So I know that other injector pump is not right. So that's on the agenda for this year. And also the 1550 utility back there, when I get time, I have to pull the injector pump off of it because there's a rubber hose as a return line on the back side of the pump that comes up like this, and you physically cannot get to it on the tractor. You have to pull the pump off. And it leaks badly. So that's on my list of things to get done, among other things. So guys, I'm going to cut it off here. I'm hot, I'm tired. It's been a long 3 days, and it's been a long week. Since Saturday, Since Saturday, it ain't been nothing but run here, there, and everywhere. Try to catch up, try to do this, try to do that, and I'm telling you, that quad ring and that gearbox, I honestly should have remembered that. But too many other things on my mind, and it slipped. So I got to take it all apart. Take the harmonic balancer off, because that's the only way on this one you can get to it. Oh yeah, public service, PSA. For those who have the older 1850s, I don't know about the newer ones, but this is a 65. There is a grease zerk down there on the crank mount, the front engine mount, that you have to grease every so often. I don't know if you can see it up in there or not. It's right there, pointing at it. Don't forget to grease that. It's kind of important. It's kind of like I say, this is a 65 model. So there are differences in these engines. This is an early engine. It's out of a junkyard, obviously, because it's got 4600 written on the side of it. So it's a junkyard engine, salvage yard engine. What it's out of, we have no clue. It's good and red underneath. So cockshunt maybe, I don't know. All I know is between 65 and 67, 65, 6 and 7, there were changes made in these engines and tractors. Bad thing is, if it's before 1970, Perkins has no idea what the engine serial number means because they've lost the information. Because they changed how they did their serial numbers, and like 69, 70. So anything before the new style is kind of lost to time, I guess. Anywho, that's enough rambling. So guys, we'll see you next time, and as always, please comment, hit that like button, and ring that bell for notifications. And we'll see what I get into when it starts raining, because apparently it's supposed to be a good amount of rain we're supposed to get. Lovely. We'll see you next time, guys. All the work I did today, getting the ground harrogated. Farm is basically right here, and this is what is coming at us.
Strength is indicated, but not beyond human capacity. A typical robot, no imagination. I require evidence. Your suspicions are not evidence, nor lunatic threats of a robot revolution. The company took those threatening letters seriously. Seriously enough to put you on board.
Oh. Right there where the cursor is, and look what's coming at it. Well, it wasn't work for nothing. We'll see how much this line gives us, and there's more coming. So, yay. See what happens. And, oh yes, it is.
If I was to tell you the world would end tomorrow,
9/12/5/22/24. Yep. Lots of rain coming. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Well, hi guys. It is Thursday, the 23rd of May. The wind has calmed down now, and as like before, tried to get some video, that didn't work, blew the camera over, but the backfield back there has been disked and disked twice. This kind of thinking about it, and it's like from at least here to the road needs to be worked up, simply because of all the construction equipment, all the junk that's in the ground from taking all those trees out and so forth. So I figure disk it up. And this, I'm telling you, this crap is hard. This half section of the disc, that's once. That's twice. And over there, from about where the disc is, over is 3 times. And I'm here to tell you, this crap is hard. Especially over here where it was driven on a lot. Yeah. That's about 2.5 inches deep, 3 inches maybe. It's damn hard. As far as the disc goes, the disc is doing a great job. And believe it or not, it's making that old girl bark a little bit in places. And I had something happen. Never have had happen before this time of year. And that was this thing plugging up. And I see why now. But yeah, it's been an interesting day. Really interesting. But 1850 is running great. Disc is working great. Harrow is working great. And it's kind of like you look right here and you look down the far end there by the road, it gets black in that corner. It's like the dirt across the road. That you can see the difference in the color of the field over here and the field over there. How light that is over there. And you look over here and it's a lot darker. So, you know, there's some funky ground around here. That's all I can say. And what's truly odd, last year this was disced up. The year before I plowed it. So you would think this ground, especially right here, would be easy disking in. It's far from it. It's really, really odd. It's odd for the fact that I got on that ground first because this was wet. And that's been worked up several times now. And this stuff was wet where it was slimy on top. And I get over here back there by the woods, about 100 feet down, about where that lone tree is I'm pointing at. There up, it was actually wet. And from there down, it was easy disking. So this is weird this year. Let's say I tried to get some video, but it just, this poor camera can't take many more hits before it dies. I did weld my muffler to the clamp. It's not pretty. I don't claim to be a welder. When it comes to a MIG welder, I'm a pure novice. I've never been able to weld very good with a MIG welder. But that don't mean I can't hold steel together with it. It just don't look pretty. We're actually supposed to be having rain right now, according to the forecast at noon. It said anytime after 6 o'clock. It's quarter after 7, 7:30 right now. So it cooled off a bunch in a hurry. And right now, it's just has that feeling of rain in the air. We had some rain this morning, a couple of tenths at most. So we'll see what happens tonight into tomorrow. I went up and talked to the fertilizing seed guys, and been on the list to get this sprayed. And he said it looks like now Monday, Tuesday at the earliest. So, kind of, if that's the case, may get the white disc out and hit it. That's the problem with being a small farmer in this area. Getting a fertilizer buggy can be about impossible because all the big guys got them tied up for, weeks on end because we might get that piece of ground, so we'll just keep it here kind of deal. So, it's just one of them things I have to deal with. And there's nothing I can do about it unless I go buy my own spreader, which I really need that like I need another hole in my head. Just something else to sit around to pull maintenance on and try to keep dry. But I'm calling it a day. I am hot. I am tired. It's after 7 o'clock now, and it's time to go home and call it. Because my butt's whooped, you might say. I bet it took me 45 minutes to get the pipe off, that coupling pipe off the manifold pipe. And it was clean them up and weld it together, which took all of about 10 minutes at most. But me and Big Red's heading home. I've had enough for today, and it's time to hit it. So guys, we'll see you next time, and as always, please comment, hit that like button, and ring that bell for notifications. If I could get a camera person who could hold the camera, or I can figure out a way to stabilize the tripod so it won't blow over, I can get some video. But gotta look out for the camera equipment, because they get expensive after a while. So guys, we'll see you next time, and hopefully I can get this put out soon. We'll see you next time.